We get up close and personal with one of Michigan's lavender farms. August 3rd is Election Day in 54 counties, and Farm Bureau Insurance is helping a local group feed the needy. I'm Janelle Brose, and this is Farm News 5.
Farm News 5 is brought to you by Ford.
It's no secret Michigan is one of the most agriculturally diverse states in the country. Second, actually, just behind California. There are 300 commodities grown and produced here, and the Farm News 5 team recently paid a visit to a Lapeer County farm to get up close and personal with its lavender crop.
We started the farm in 2015. My husband and I had done a lot of research about agricultural options to do here on the farm. Cranberry bogs were looked at, garlic and hops, all kinds of things, grapes. But my husband landed on lavender. I think looking through photos online, going to look at farms in Washington State, things like that, and kind of invoking the flavor of Europe with the French fields of lavender, and he thought that would draw a lot of people. So he planted our first field in 2015, about 9 varieties then. We were not very knowledgeable about either lavender or farming, so we have learned a lot over the last 5 years. I'm Tricia Dennis at Indigo Lavender Farms in Emily City, Michigan. So lavender is a perennial. We plant it as a field plug. It does not need a lot of water, and in fact it doesn't like to be too wet. So the lavender is very drought hardy. It will grow and mature in 2 to 3 years, and then has a lifespan for production purposes for about 10 to 12 years. But we are replacing the perennial plants every year, about 10 to 15% based on winter kill or other things. It generally doesn't get any diseases or pests, so we can go completely chemical free, but that also means we do everything by hand out here. So we plant by hand, we do the raised beds with the tractor, we cut the holes, we plant it by hand, we weed by hand. It goes dormant during the winter, begins to come out of dormancy in the spring, usually in April. If we don't have a hard late frost, they will keep on growing and going right through May and June, and our early bloomers will bloom in late June. Harvest the flowers for production, either for oil or for the long stems. Then we can either take the buds off or use the stems for lots of products and home decor items. So then in late June, we will open up the farm for U-pick. And so people come out, we give them a band and scissors, and they love to walk through the fields and cut the new blossoms. During that time, we also will start our own harvest. So the early blooms go to dried lavender, so we cut as long a stem as the plant will allow. Each one of them has a little bit different profile. And we will take small bundles of them, we wrap them in a rubber band and use a paper clip that's unfolded, and we hang them upside down in the store, just like any herb that you would dry in your house. We have about 2 to 3 weeks dry window, and then they can be used either as dried stems and sold that way in bundles, made into wreaths. We can take the buds off. Buds are useful for all kinds of crafts, soaps, sachets, potpourris. We also can distill it into oil. So we can do, with the lavender angustifolias, you can make a lavender essential oil, or these intermedias produce a lot of oil for us, a lavandin oil. And lavender is a favorite of a lot of people. Build it and they will come, and we have been just overwhelmed with encouragement and support and love for the lavender.
Up next, voters in more than 50 counties will head to the polls August 3rd.
There's torque. Then there's 1,050 pound-feet of available best-in-class torque. There's towing. Then there's up to 37,000 pounds of available best-in-class towing. There's backing up a trailer. Then there's backing up with available class-exclusive Pro Trailer Backup Assist. In other words, there are trucks, and then there's the new Ford Super Duty, the most capable heavy-duty pickup truck ever built.
More than half of Michigan's 83 counties will hold local elections on Tuesday, August 3rd. And AgriPAC, Michigan Farm Bureau's Political Action Committee, is urging members and everyone to cast their vote. Many of the elections in 54 counties across the state include local millage proposals, which are critically important for schools, seniors, and police and fire departments. There is also a special election for an open seat on the Michigan Senate. AgriPAC is endorsing Republican State Representative Mark Huizenga in that race. If you plan to vote absentee, the Michigan Secretary of State's office is urging voters to deliver ballots to their local clerk's office or put them in drop boxes as soon as possible. To learn more about what's on the ballot in your area and other important voter information, visit michigan.gov/vote. Coming up, Farm Bureau Insurance steps up to help feed the hungry in Southeast Michigan.
At Farm Bureau Insurance, the experience you get with our local trusted advisors is different. From financial security to a helping hand, Farm Bureau understands the experience matters. Find an agent who can protect what matters to you.
Farm Bureau Insurance of Michigan's Agent Charitable Fund recently donated $10,000 to help Samaritan House. The community service organization provides food for those in need. It's operated by 16 Christian churches in Southeast Michigan. The recipient was chosen by the winner of a reverse raffle from the Agent Charitable Fund. The winner was able to designate $10,000 to the hunger relief charity of their choice and chose Samaritan House because of their efforts to help the local community. For more news and videos, visit MichiganFarmNews.com or the Michigan Farm Bureau channel on YouTube. With Farm News 5, I'm Janelle Brose. Have a great week of farming.